What happened to Finn on General Hospital? The character of Dr. Hamilton Finn on General Hospital is a major player on Port Charles, but it's understandable if some fans of the soap have a little trouble distinguishing his history from that of his lookalikes, since portrayer Michael Easton has played multiple roles on the show. See, back in 2012, Easton joined the cast of GH as his one life to live alter ego, John McBain. But when legal issues prevented GH from using the Ola-tail characters, John was written out and Easton began playing the role of Dr. Silas Clay. He also played a double role for a bit, bringing back his Port Charles character of Stephen Clay, Silas' twin, who thought he was a vampire named Caleb. Unfortunately, that poor guy was murdered in 2015, and a year later, Easton rejoined the soap as another doctor, Hamilton Finn. Sadly for fans, Easton announced in June 2024 that he was exiting the soap once again. Dr. Hamilton Finn arrived at GH at Monica Quartermain's request to help treat Tracy Quartermain. Joined by his service animal, a lizard named Roxy, Finn is told repeatedly how much he resembles the late Silas Clay. After the physician diagnosed Tracy with a larval infestation she'd picked up in Mexico, she was so delighted to be healed, she insisted Monica hire Finn as a permanent resident at the hospital. After moving into the Metro Court, Finn secretly injected himself with a mysterious drug, and Carly Corinthos didn't believe his claim that he was diabetic. But she agreed to keep her mouth shut so he would help her find out who donated a kidney to her daughter, Jocelyn Jacks. Liesl Obrecht grew suspicious of Finn when medicine began disappearing from the hospital, and he was arrested for the thefts as well as being the serial killer stalking the hospital. However, when the killer struck again while Finn was behind bars, he was cleared of that charge. It was then revealed that Finn was self-medicated because he was dying of the same fatal virus that had killed his wife, and he was furious at Obrecht for destroying his research into a cure. As he struggled to find a reliable source for the medicine keeping him alive, Sonny Corinthos was able to hook him up. Finn's friendship with Hayden Barnes blossomed into romance, and she even helped him take care of himself when he was too weak. She offered to use her stolen diamonds to fund his research, but Finn insisted he was dying and still in love with his late wife. When Hayden accidentally infected herself while trying to help clean up Finn's lab, she fell deathly ill and he raced to finally find a cure. Thankfully, he was able to save both of their lives, and Finn and Hayden finally made their relationship official. Finn struggled to keep his job at the hospital when he kept failing his drug tests, and they proved someone was tampering with them by submitting Hayden's blood instead. However, not only did it show traces of the drug, which wasn't possible, it also revealed that she was pregnant. Although Hayden wasn't sure she was ready to become a mom, Finn supported her, and they decided to make a go of it. But since Obrecht's plan to get Finn fired by tampering with his drug tests failed, she turned her sights on Hayden instead, bringing her ex-husband back to town and dredging up her sordid secrets. Instead of succumbing to blackmail, Hayden told Finn the truth that she'd killed a girl while driving drunk, and her ex had gone to prison to protect her. Although shocked, Finn still wanted to make her his wife. Unfortunately, on their wedding day, she skipped town and disappeared. Finn hired Curtis Ashford to track her down, but only got a note she'd written to apologize. She also claimed to have lost their baby, but what Finn didn't realize was that was a lie. Finn agreed to help Anna Devane help lure a hypochondriac named Cassandra Pierce to Port Charles to get dirt on Valentine Cassadine. But their pretending to be dating as part of their cover led to the pair developing genuine feelings for each other. Finn was surprised to see his younger brother, Harrison Chase, in town, having joined the PCPD, and wanted nothing to do with him, but that relationship softened over time. But when his father, Gregory Chase, showed up looking for a doctor, Finn reluctantly agreed to help cure him, but that was it. Curtis passed along a letter from Hayden asking to meet to talk, but Finn opted to travel to Cuba with Anna to bring a fugitive Obrecht to justice instead. Eventually, Finn proposed to Anna at the nurses' ball, but things quickly went awry when Hayden returned to Port Charles. And things got even more complicated when she confessed her lie and introduced him to their daughter, Violet. Nicholas Cassadine scared Hayden into leaving town again, so Violet was left with mother. Jackie Templeton came back to Port Charles. He was also cold towards her, and the truth behind the family tension was finally revealed. He'd slept with her shortly before she'd married his father. After being shot by Anna's twin sister, Alex Devane, Finn quickly recovered and resumed planning his wedding. But he also began to suspect that Chase wasn't his brother, but actually his son. Then, Obert crashed Anna and Finn's double wedding with Peter August and Maxie Jones to reveal that Alex, not Anna, was really Peter's mother. Heartbroken that Anna had confided the truth in Valentin and not him, Finn called off the wedding. When Chase tried to get the family together to heal old wounds, Peter attempted to kill Finn, but Chase drank the poison instead. When Anna told him who was responsible for putting his brother in the hospital, Finn ended their relationship for good. Peter taunted Finn with a cure for Chase, but when the villain destroyed the vial, the doctor snapped and pushed him down a flight of stairs at the hospital. Elizabeth Weber discovered them and helped Finn stash Peter's body in a freezer in a secret basement in the hospital. When Finn tried a cure using his DNA mixed with Jackie's, it didn't work, but Jackie and Gregory's did, which proved that Chase was actually Gregory's son, not Finn's. Finn's guilt over killing Peter consumed him, and he finally confessed to Anna, leaving Liz's name out of it. However, when they checked the freezer, the body was gone. When the villain later resurfaced, he threatened Finn, but with no evidence of the assault, he was in the clear. Finn began developing his relationship with Liz, making her birthday extra special, and the couple rang in 2022 together. But their budding romance was threatened when Liz continued to be haunted by memories of Franco. When Liz was being tormented by a mysterious stalker, Finn wanted to help and enlisted Chase to investigate. But then it was revealed that Liz had been going into a fugue state and harassing herself. Finn stepped up to care for Liz's kids while she checked herself into Shadybrook, and upon checking out, she was grateful to him. But he worried she wasn't completely cured and reached out to her family to try and put the pieces together. Under hypnosis, Liz recovered childhood memories of Finn's late wife, Reiko, and it was later revealed she'd been partially responsible for her death. Heartbroken, Finn took some time away and was later further upset when Liz claimed to be pregnant with Nicholas' baby. After claiming she'd miscarried, Liz then confessed to Finn that she had made the whole thing up to cover her involvement in Nick's kidnapping of Esmond, who was actually carrying his child. And when Nicholas went missing, Finn urged Liz to keep quiet, though her guilt got the better of her. All of this continued to bring Finn and Liz closer together, and their relationship grew stronger to the point where Finn asked Liz to be Violet's guardian. Finn was stunned when Gregory confessed that he had been diagnosed with ALS and later urged his father to see another doctor about his treatment plan. Finn and Liz enjoyed a romantic getaway in Vermont, growing closer still. Unfortunately, returning to Port Charles, Finn found himself sued for malpractice. After Diane turned him down, the doctor hired Martin Gray to represent him. As the trial neared, they discovered evidence that the patient had actually set Finn up so that his family would be covered by the settlement after he died, and Tracy arranged a donation so the widow would drop the case. As Gregory's condition continued to worsen, Finn worried about him living on his own. Gregory agreed to move in with Finn and Violet, and they broke the news of his illness to the little girl. Finn continued to treat his father with kid gloves, but Gregory insisted on officiating Chase and Brooklyn's wedding as planned. After the ceremony, everyone enjoyed the reception, and Finn brought Gregory home, where he went to bed happy. The next morning, Finn was utterly shattered to discover that his father had passed away in his sleep. Heartbroken, Finn tried to numb his pain with alcohol, and Liz worried about his sobriety. He reluctantly agreed to attend some AA meetings and apologized to Liz for lashing out at her. But he continued drinking, and after Chase caught him doing shots after their father's memorial, Finn went to a dive bar where he drowned his sorrows and picked up a woman named Barb. Liz walked in on them canoodling on the couch in Finn's place, so she dumped him. Everyone tried to talk sense into Finn and get him to see how his drinking was a problem and putting Violet in danger, but he refused to listen and pushed everyone away, vowing no one would take his daughter from him.